दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವವರೇ
Express Yashasvi Station, Netaji Bhavan. Cricbuzz.
Welcome back to Voltas FreshAir Coolers presents Cricbuzz Live. Well, finally something there for the bowlers. Their nightmare ends because KKR won the toss. They rolled up their sleeves, kept chipping away the wickets and restricted Rajasthan to 151 runs in their 20 overs. Dhruv Jurel, their highest score over 33. But everyone getting 2 wickets apiece except for Spencer Johnson gets 42 runs in 4 overs. But Webb Aurora, Harsha Moeen and Varun all get 2 wickets each. I'm Saiyami Kher. But I have a very smiling Simon Doull and Harsha Bhogle. The bowler in you, Simon, is very happy.
Good performance, really good, solid performance, I thought. A little bit in the surface. We've seen it, we saw it in the interview. Sluggish was the term that was used quite regularly. So not a lot of pace and a pace off sort of sitting in the pitch a little bit. So not as easy to hit just through the line. You've got to be a little bit more crafty from a batting point of view, and I think what showed was that Rajasthan just weren't quite crafty enough. It still may be enough. It still may be enough. I'm not saying that the game is done and dusted here, because 150 on that type of surface, 2 high-quality spinners in the opposition, a little bit of pace-off from the likes of Sandeep and others, it may be that Rajasthan can make this look very, very difficult, but I think a terrific performance from the Kolkata bowling.
I was smiling for a different reason. I was smiling because I never get on the points board anyway. But today, Dooley's not
I missed out.
Dooley's not
You
getting.
missed out. But he's fine because the bowler in him is happy. When there's something there for the bowler, everyone's happy, isn't it?
Sometimes it's good to have these kind of games. It's good to have the batters challenged. It's good to have them say, I can't just close my eyes, swing through the line and I'll get the result I want. So 150 could be a tricky chase. If there's no dew, it could still be a tricky chase. But I've seen so many times on surfaces like these, on typical Indian surfaces, finger spinners tend to get much more than the wristy spinners or the one who flick it off the front of the hands. You look at a Jadeja or an Akshar, they would have bowled beautifully on the surface. Can Hasaranga and Tikshana do that? I'm not as sure, but we'll wait and see. At the moment, you want to be in KKR's camp.
Well, it's a very, very happy bowling card. So we'll look at that because it's a very rare sight in the IPL. Like I said, everyone got those 2 wickets, but those 2 standout bowlers down at the bottom. Moeen Ali comes in as a replacement to Sunil Narine, and now he's created a problem there with the selection, with the way he's bowled today.
Good problem, a really good problem to have. And 4 for 40 off those 8 overs. Both the seamers, Vaibhav and Harshit Rana, were both pretty good. I thought, taken to a little bit at different times, but you go for under 40 and both under 30 or 36 and under is very, very good. And Spencer Johnson bouncing back, he went for 21 off his first 2, 21 off his last 2.
Well, the tough overs.
And the tough overs, you're bowling in the power play and you're bowling 2 at the back end. So you'd say that's actually not a bad job done by all 5, I think. And if you'd have said to the Kolkata team and to Ajinkya Rahane, you would chase 152, I think at the toss you'd have probably bitten your hand off and said, oh, all right, away we go. We'll just chase. We won't worry about bowling. So I think they'd be pretty happy.
There's one thing that's happened, though, with the use of the impact sub. They went with Shubham Dubey as the batting impact sub. He's not much of a bowler. He's really a batting impact sub. But otherwise, they could have picked Kumar Karthikeya. So I just thought they might have allowed Hetmeyer to come in at 7. See if Hetmeyer, Jurel can put together a partnership that takes them to 18, 19 and kept the option of using Kumar Karthikeya, the spinner. So now they've got the 2 spinners, the 3 quicks, and suddenly you're thinking, hang on, can Riyan Parag bowl? Is his shoulder okay to bowl?
Well, he was bowling in the mid-innings break, so hopefully he will come out and bowl because clearly they need him to come out and bowl.
Otherwise, you're looking at Nitish Rana. But I think if KKR max the power play, if they get 55-60 in the power play, then I think they're motoring without losing more than 1 or 2 wickets.
But you make a good point, Harsh. I mean, why are they protecting Shimron Hetmeyer? Here's a guy, what was the money that they retained him? They retained him for 11 crore. He batted number 8.
And you all said he was batting at 3 and 4 for a league.
When he plays
in Guyana, he bats at 3 and 4 at different times. I mean, you can get pigeonholed into a position where, he's a finisher. I mean, rubbish. He's a batter.
Yeah.
And you're using your resources before you need to by sending in your impact sub. So it's some really poor planning from Rajasthan in the first couple of games. Actually, there's been some different strategies and decisions that I haven't agreed with at all. And to bring him in ahead of Shimron Hetmeyer, so you're using that resource of what if Hetmeyer comes out at 5-6 and actually gets some runs, puts a partnership together with Jurel, all of a sudden you don't need Shubham Dubey. 9 from 12. I mean, that's not an impact.
No.
And then Archer comes in and gets those 16 runs. So you
and
give
Jofra
him that
comes in.
opportunity.
So you could actually use Hetmeyer and Jofra Archer before you even consider using your impact sub as a batter, and then it gives you that option to bring your other spin bowler in.
Yes.
So there's been some strange thinking.
The one I could understand to some extent was Hasaranga coming at 5 with a mandate to say, just take on the spinners. You connect a few, you have the spinners in disarray, you're still doing a good job.
Yeah.
Because on that kind of track, suddenly Moeen becomes a bowler. And he was turning the ball that much. See the Nitish Rana dismissal?
Yes.
Really turned right across him. So I really think Rajasthan would have enjoyed having a frontline finger spinner on the surface.
And they would have really enjoyed having Josh Butler today because they were missing somebody like him in that top 4, you think, because, there was, of course, the power hitters, but no one really to take the innings through, which someone should have done probably today.
Perhaps. They're batting Parag up at 3. I think they asked Vikram Rathod in between about batting him at him moving up to 3. And all captains want to bat at 3 now, right? Shreyas is at this moment probably a better batter. But or maybe Riyan Parag should have played that role coming down. Or maybe Jurel batting at 5 looks after the second half.
But this is about batsmanship. And it's not one of these. You can't just walk out and crash, bang, wallop. You have to assess the situation. And it's about batsmanship and saying, okay, we might not need, or it's not 200, but 165, 170, we are well and truly in the game here. They might be at 150, I keep saying it. They might be. But 165, 170 was well and truly on the cards if they'd actually played just sensibly. But the ability to actually assess early and make sure that you're running the 1s and 2s and still putting the bad ball away, but it really becomes about working the ball, running the 1s and 2s well, not just step hit, which is how a lot of cricket is played at the moment on these flat pitches.
We saw that in the MI-CSK game, if you remember, where if MI had got those additional 20 runs, it would suddenly have become a better game.
Yeah.
So my gut feel is it could be that kind of game, but...
Well, Varun said that the pitch wasn't turning square. It helped them and was assisting them, but it's on an easy track to bat on.
Yeah, but also Varun is that kind of bowler, whereas Moeen Ali was this kind of bowler. So Moeen will always get more turn, whereas Varun is not a big turner. So I'd like to see someone like... But even Hasaranga is not a big turner.
No.
Not a big turner. Neither is Tikshana.
Skiddy wrong-ins, I don't know. As I say, I think they really regret not having the left-arm spinner or the ability to bring him in now.
But Varun and Moeen both doing great. But Simon, even the two pacers, especially the two Indian pacers, they were doing exactly what you were saying because they were bowling full, they were bowling those wide Yorkers, they were bowling those variations, pretty impressive.
Also taking pace off quite early. Yeah,
pace off quite early, I think, was one of the key things as well. But, good lines, good lengths, assess the situation quite early on. I think there was some nice chats between the skipper and his bowling unit, and they were talking about just hitting that back of a length. It's not easy to come down and just hit straight down the line of the ball. So use the boundaries, square of the wicket, take pace off, and I thought they did a terrific job. Both Vaibhav and Harsha did a terrific job.
It's a luxury to have someone who bowls 3 in the power play.
Yeah.
And I think that's the way they structured their team. That Harshit Rana bowls at the back end, Vaibhav Arora bowls at the top end, and then they've got to have that one bowler like Spencer Johnson, who hopefully will get the nerves away and start bowling better because he's got what it takes. I think you can see from the way he bowls, he's got what it takes. So if that happens, then KKR will become a more complete side. But first, they've got to get these 150.
Well, you're saying that 151 is not as easy as it looks. That 151 is always a tricky one because you can't go boom, boom, boom. The pitch is not assisting. But I have to bring him up because of the way he played in his first opening game.
I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure where he'll bat because I think he got all his runs. See, we're not even taking his name. What have we come to on this program?
It's like he's another sort of another worldly person, isn't it?
No, I was just
You don't have
waiting
to
for you
mention
all to make fun of me. So
No,
I
no.
gave it into you all.
I think Rahane should open because I think he was meant to open originally. That's where he got all his runs for Mumbai. And then they probably thought, look, someone like Sunil Narine, you send him out, he's almost kamikaze. If he comes off, he comes off. Otherwise, he doesn't eat up balls. But I think today they might send him up as a right-handed option along with Quinton de Kock.
So no Moeen.
Then Moeen maybe bats at 4. Maybe Venkatesh Iyer goes 3, or maybe Moeen goes 3, Venkatesh Iyer 4. Maybe they might do something like that.
But well, Ajinkya said something that, he was never considered that hitter in T20 cricket. But it was pretty much in that 23 season of CSK, but they gave him that role of becoming that hitter and they gave him that confidence. And he said that's how he's going to continue playing for KKR as well.
He's one of the best placement batters. I think if I look through that lineup and I think about guys who can just work the ball, time it beautifully and place it correctly. And I think that's what's needed in this power play. It's not about belligerence and absolute power. It's going to be about assessing the right deliveries to place through the gaps. You'll get your full value. You'll get your 4s. He's not a big 6 hitter, but if you pitch it up on his legs, he'll flick it for 6, no dramas at all. There's no worries about that. Or short and wide, he'll cut it for 6. So there is 2. I look at Ajinkya Rahane and I think those are his 2 6 options, generally off the quicks anyway. A square both sides of the wicket with the cut shot or the pickup shot. But I think opening the batting for him today with that left-right combo is going to be...
Quinton de Kock, the license to go.
Quinny
Because they're batting till 8 or 9.
Yeah, Quinny's just got a license. I mean, obviously with Raghuvanshi coming in, they've got plenty of batting, and Moeen offers you plenty as well. So I'd have Moeen, maybe Moeen at 3. There's a little bit of cover for Quinton if he gets out early. They can sort of jig that batting order around any way they like.
Moeen gives more batting than Sunil Narine. I mean,
Yes.
It's tough to say at the end of
On
a
his
season
given
where...
day,
No, it's tough to say that after a season where Sunil Narine got 480 runs.
Yeah.
But I just think purely CV value.
yes.
Yeah.
I think Moeen offers more as a batter.
We talk about the CV values, this youngster Raghuvanshi that did really well. He's also very proper bat.
Yes,
He's
he
not
is.
someone who tries to play the T20 shots, a proper bat. Do you think he's been told what his role is going to be because they're kind of shuffling him around as well, or does he know where he's going to bat?
I think what happened in the previous game was Rahane batted at 3. Now suddenly Venkatesh Iyer is the big player, right? You can't have him dropping too far down. So he's number 4. So then Raghuvanshi came in at 5. He's happier batting up, I think.
Yeah.
But today you've got Moeen Ali, you've got Rahane, you've got Venkatesh Iyer, you've got all these guys. So I don't know whether they'll just send him out saying, go and do what you want. We've got the batting at the bottom. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do their batting order. But I think I'll go with the Dooley. I think Moeen 3, Venkatesh Iyer 4, Raghuvanshi 5, Rinku, Russell, Ramandeep. So that's...
I'd just split them up. I'd put Raghuvanshi at 4. So you haven't got left.
Correct.
That would be the only thing I'd say because
Then Venkatesh
you've even got Rinku
Yeah.
coming out, who's another lefty. So I might even just split them up.
The right-handed bit.
and just at least then, or you just say, okay, here's our 2 openers, Rahane and de Kock. If Rahane gets out, Ungrish, you're batting 3. We're going to stick with that right-hand combination. If Quinton gets out, Moeen, you're batting 3. They can actually do it that way if they want to, because at least at every stage of the game, if Rahane's still there or if Raghuvanshi comes in, they've got a player with ability to work the ball around and they can have a hitter-type player at the other end.
Harsha, quickly then, you think it's going to be Hasaranga who's going to turn the game around, lots on his shoulders?
Yes, and he's got to be temperamentally strong. And that's something that's been questioned sometimes. He's a serious bowler. He'll bowl a lot of wrong guns today. Yes. With all the left-handers, he'll bowl a lot of wrong guns. He's got to deliver 2 for 20. Tikshana's got to deliver 1-2 for 20-25. They've got to do what Moeen and Chakrabarti did and then hope the quicks do it. So I don't know, 50 for 1 if you're a KKR fan, are you almost happy with 50
I disregard everything we've just talked about as well.
Yeah.
Moeen Ali's out.
Moeen Ali's out in the middle.
There you go. So they're not moving things around.
No.
So they're saying, look, Rahane stays at 3.
Rahane stays at 3.
Every batting order just stays. You come in as a like for like.
Yeah.
Well, what can we go with if Moeen Ali and Quinton de Kock are there? Because they've
If they get
given
going, they
Moeen
might
Ali
score
the
70.
They've given, if it's Moeen Ali, it's for him to go out and get a good start. That's why he's out there.
Moeen must be saying, thank God I retired, man. England never used me so well. I'm getting the number I want. Yeah.
Numbers?
Harsha, you go first.
I'll go 58.
Ooh, I'll go 10 on top of that.
Okay.
Oh, so much higher.
Yep.
So look at the glee.
58, 68.
Go 59.
I mean, is 58, 68.
What's your instinct telling? Just go with the instinct telling.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter what the others have said.
No, it's the instincts also wanting to go higher for other reasons, but all right, I'll go with...
It's the great thing
64.
about this program. Nobody hides their loyalties. Nobody does.
64.
I'll go with 64 only because they've come out with this license to hit with the opening choices they've made. So 64 for that. We'll wait and watch.
Okay,
I don't know if
okay.
they're going to get a spin option in the power play.
100%.
So we'll wait and watch and see what happens. We will give you all the updates at the 10:00 point at the Cricbuzz Combox. Thank you so much for watching. Voltas FreshAir Coolers presents Cricbuzz Live.